Hello, so this time we have a very close game from IGS. White has won by 1.5. So let's see what could have been done better. The Fuseki is very normal. Basic Josekis. And now White is trying an inside approach. Here usually, instead of extending right away, White slides, Black defends the corner, and then extend for a base. This way, White makes a larger base on the right side. Of course, if you think that your opponent is going to play a pincer at r8 or a contact player at r7, then it's more interesting to jump directly to r9. Let's check one Joseki here. For example, when playing the pincer like this, Black is going for the outside influence. But this is a Joseki where Black wants to have the ladder. And in this case, the ladder goes to the top left where White has a stone. So the ladder is broken, which means Black should go no-b. But if this happens, there's a lot of Agi on the right side. So this is not a great idea for Black to choose this Joseki. And if Black plays the contact play at r7, there are several Josekis to consider. Most of the time White plays Hane up or Hane down. Now when this happens, Black can play a crosscut, sacrifice one stone, and then go for outside influence this way. This can actually be an option for Black in the particular position. But now White can consider to resist with Hane above. Then Black has to no-b, Hane under, extend, double up, either like this or hanging connection. Now the reason for that kind of move is that if we suppose White would wedge, then Black can play Atari under and then play the tiger mouth to protect against the cutting points. But for White it's fine to skip the push at r9 and keep it as a co-threat. So this would be the basic pattern. And in this Joseki, Black develops both on the right side and the bottom. So this might be a reason for White to extend right away. But most of the time, White either slides, or the modern style would be to play the attach at r4. Then when this happens, Black simply blocks the corner, White plays the Hane, then Atari connect, and Black either goes down when White chooses to extend one space jump or push, or Black can cover and then play away. And again, develop the moe on the bottom side. So when playing the two space jump right away, the move that was played in the game, it's this jump to enclose the corner. But usually here, Black should play the Kosumitsuke, because when White goes up, which is a normal move, White ends up a little bit cramped, so Black can also attack from this side. This formation seems over-concentrated for White. For White would be ideal to have the extension at r10 instead of r9. So what happens in this case, when Black plays the Kosumitsuke, White can think about Hane under once, insente, and then extend again. So this way, White is trying to develop much faster on the right side. So this would be a way for White to decide playing the two-space jump at r9 without the slide in the corner, in order to prevent the pincer or the contact and to develop much faster on the right side. But this happens quite rare, in fact. Anyway, for Black to play a move like s4, it seems passive because now White has the option to extend all the way to the right side, like r14. The actual move was Sansan evasion, which is generally good these days, but in this case, if you don't want to be attacked at r11, which puts a lot of pressure on the base, it's good to play r14, then slide, and extend back to Q12 in this case. So white has all this potential to build a territory on the right side. And it's much nicer to play q12 in this case compared to playing r11, because this would be flat. All the stones are on the third line, so the position is pretty low for white on the right side. This way, later in the game, black can put some pressure here, and it feels like white is going to build about 15 points there. Now, playing a move like s6 would be a little bit slack to reinforce the base. But extending r12 or r14 is much better, because you always want to go for the open space. It's not a big deal if black plays the attach at s2, s6. This is just endgame. White can also resist with an Atari. But if black connects, it's a heavy shape, so white can go up, which means black can also counterattack. Now white either connects or captures, then Atari. But this kind of sequence often happens in the endgame. It's too early to play those kind of moves right now. White can also push and then pull back. So white doesn't have to worry about the s6 area right now. So going sun, black of course blocks on the right side because he wants to attack the r9 stones. Then no be very good. Here white can think about the Keima, and of course black will extend all the way to r11 to put a lot of pressure on the two stones. Now the two stones need some help, so simply jump out. Push is fine. Black was supposed to honey once on the push, and then white has to answer to protect the corner, and then black extends. Black doesn't have to decide how to continue in the corner right away. Extending only r12, it's a bit far from r9, so white doesn't have to worry about his right side group. Therefore honey here to step on the fourth line is very good. Then also double honey, it's an option, because it takes away the liberties for this black wall on the right. And for example, if black plays Atari and then Atari again, white can think about, well, first going out is big instead of giving up the Punuki, but white can also think about Atari from behind, Atari once again, and then honey on the second line. This is a move that black cannot block, so black is forced to make this kind of empty triangle and heavy shape. So in the end, black's modes reduce considerably, and white keeps center to play some big points. But on the double honey, black will simply get ahead, and then white comes back and connects, and there's more potential in the top this way. Also on the Atari connect, then the other Atari go out, black protects, and white extends in the top to enclose the top side on a larger scale. Well, no, it's also pretty good because white is going on the fourth line, the line of victory. Black pushes from behind, white nob again, and now the monkey jump. Monkey jump is too early for this stage of the game, and especially trying to attack this group. It's more interesting to think about the attach, or even some move to take away the base like s8, and then connect to the lower corner or to the top. If this happens, black can push once, then connect under. But even if this happens, it's a bit too early to hope for a very good attack on the group. But attacking on the first line, it's not so great. Another way for black to attack this group is to cap from the center or put some pressure with the shoulder hits, threatening to cut. If black covers like this, at least in this position, black can attack the base quite severe. Oops, that's a misclick, sorry. I meant this schema. So black gets a lot of potential on the outside, and then when attacking the lower area, black can go for a nice moyo in this direction. Now against this move, white locally can just play s7. Normally black has to go back t6 or d5, then Atari, connect and make some I shape. Now if black resists here by playing a Hane this way and Atari, black still needs to go back and connect his stones. White can Atari from behind and jump in the middle. So taking away these points, it's more like an endgame damage. White is fine. Once white jumps in the center, it's hard to catch this group anymore. Playing the block like this, black can just capture the stone. And now if Atari from behind, black takes here. If connect above, black can connect under. Well, Atari works too, and again connect this way. But it's good enough to connect under, so black can keep the pip from the center. So like this, we can say black took away the base, but again, white can jump out in the center. So normally the block should be s7. Now if black comes back to t6 and white blocks at t8, black is supposed to connect back like that. And again white can connect and make some I shape. Also discarding the stone, it's an option. It's not such a big deal. So what we see here is that the line where black puts all his stones, it's building nothing, because it's mostly first line. Alright, so black went up. Cover is good. Black is supposed to get ahead, because his stones are connected. If white comes here, then just link under. So it's all fine. So playing like this, white will connect solid. Then black can jump once, connect his stones this way, and now white can jump in the middle. Again, black gained almost nothing playing all those moves on the second and first line. So now connect, okay. Black is really ambitious to remove the base. Pushing here is good. Before jumping, white can consider this move, which is threatening a snapback for ice. Then wedge. Then even block this way to create the RG for ko. If black takes the ko, white goes Atari, takes the ko back. Black needs to protect to keep his eyes. Then Atari from the outside, push once, and then jump in the middle. So in this area, white can make many eyes, which means black's attack failed. So white goes out this way, also good. That looks like a nice shape. Black push again from behind. This block is no need. White can think about big points now. For example, just extend in this area. If black Hane, white can ignore again, but it's also fine to protect and even answer the double Hane, because white still keeps a lot of territory in the top right, and the top left it's good too. So for black, these stones in the top, they are not going to build much. Well, it damaged some of white's potential, but in the meantime, white got the lower side, so nothing to complain. Well, Hane, black has to block, yeah, then extend. But now black can find moves to break the relationship between k15 and f17, so he can enter with a shoulder hit or an invasion around g or h16. Black started to attack the right side. So if black plays a shoulder hit here, it's difficult to block that. So the top side will still be reduced a little bit. Nice idea to go for a sacrifice here. So if black cuts, white can play the squeeze. And again, there's nothing to do against this group. For example, if black cuts like this, throw in, Atari from behind, and then capture in a net. Because when black goes out, Hane and kill. Or play Atari and then net this way. Also no way out. White is fine. Instead of playing the empty triangle, white should just cover and push again. Well, this move can be played anytime, so even after black cuts. So right now white can play away. Let's say some extension here. Black goes for a couple of stones like this. It's not a problem. Then white plays another big point. Black really spent a lot of moves on the right side to capture a few stones, so that's great effort for little territory. This shape is good to prevent being cut. Now before jumping again, white should cover. So white should turn in center in order to squeeze. If black goes for the capture here, white has Atari again. Well, to make the position look even uglier, it's good to throw in once and then Atari, and now connect on the outside. So black really gained nothing here. I mean, well, he captured 2 stones, but then he filled inside, so that's a capture of 2 points in the end. So what happens if white pushes, black will get ahead, and again. So these 2 exchanges for white are very good in the middle. And now, of course, white can even save the 2 stones, but they are not so important at this stage of the game. Right now it's still big to extend on the bottom side, even all the way to J4, for example. So when black attacks on the left, white can enclose more territory on the bottom. Now playing a move like this, N13, threatening to cut, this actually gives black a good shape. Black can connect with a tiger mount. If white wants to peep there, the peep should be M13 in order to force black into an empty triangle. Now this is the shape when black connects. But still, before doing that, white should turn in center. So after playing these 2 pushes in center, then it's okay to peep. But in this case, M14 cut can be a problem, so usually it's not so great to peep at the cutting point. Normally the follow-up would be to jump here, and then black will protect again. So white doesn't gain so much from those peeps, it's just that it's making black feel neutral in that area. But this cut might be a problem later, because black doesn't have the ladders. Now black is in trouble. So usually cut where you can cut instead of peep at the cut. But black connect is wrong, because now he's still in an empty triangle. He was supposed to play the tiger mount, so he has some impact on N13 later. Now if white plays away, black has a follow-up, and he can even capture that stone if he needs. Playing like that was a little bit painful. So white has another peep that works in this case, and jump on the 3rd line in order to keep black separated. If this happens, then black just connects under. White is strong enough in the center, and after playing the pushes in center, there's nothing to worry about that group. So now white is free to play away. Alright, so back to the original game. Jump again. Yeah, this push was really important for white. Now black is happy to get rid of that forcing. And he played in his center too. Well, now playing Hane can be a little bit dangerous because of the cuts. So for example, if black cuts here, then white will probably try to resist, but then there's Atari like this, and then Atari here. Oh, actually this one you don't want to play yet, because you need to come back like that. So 2 more Ataris. Ah, wait, it's fine. Atari once, then 2 more Ataris like this, and then cut the right side. Okay, the squeeze can still happen, but white is losing the stones on the right, and now the ladder, of course, to take out the guys in the corner, and black can just play away. So this kind of fight is possible. That's why white simply gets ahead. But now if you look in the lower right corner, black was supposed to build only on this line, and now he improved his territory with 2 more lines. That feels nice for black. There's not much to do against this group in the middle, so black should actually play away. In this case, it's good to attack from f3 and then extend back to k4, because the bottom side can become even bigger. Playing here doesn't do much. White can resist with a block and then play a tiger mount for I shape. Then Hane, push one more. Well, there are still cutting points here at n6, so black will go down again and then Keima like this, or extend on the left side in order to invade c12. That's a more active way to defend. Playing n10 seems submissive. Yeah, this is the key point, because the tiger mount could make I shape right away. Playing this move is threatening to force the eye, but anyway, white can push a couple of times like that and then jump again. So there's nothing to worry about. That wall, it's impossible to be killed. Large dragons in the middle usually leave. This Hane in the corner, it's endgame. Too early. And now finally white is going for a big point. Well, I still like the jump here because it reduces or limits the lower right area, but this is a big move. Oh, that's a desperate invasion. Now normally this move is looking to cut at L16, so the shape to connect would be L17, because playing this kind of move, it's an empty triangle and many times it's not effective. But if white wants to play with fighting spirit and don't worry so much about the cut, the way to counter this invasion is to play J16 or A16, because like this you want to surround that stone and make sure it's not going out to connect to the D14 group. And even if black cuts, when white goes down, for example, black doesn't have enough space to create 2 eyes in the top, so the group will just die inside. Also, when playing the Kosumi like this, if black cuts, white can start the ladder, so black is captured again. Well, the idea would be to be reluctant to defend on neutral points like L16 or L17. So the point is to try a way to connect indirectly, and in this case Keima or Kosumi are better because it's going to surround the K17. So black invaded a bit too brave. Normally just G17. If white pushes here, black can jump and it's hard to block or to separate black in this case, or to contain. So in this case black already entered the top side. Now empty triangle, then black jumps for a base and white blocks. That's a good move actually. Well, if white surrounds this way and black pushes and then white connects and black slides, now black has enough room to make 2 eyes in the top. Seems that black can leave like this. And white gets no compensation, so black destroyed all the territory for free. Blocking here, at least white keeps most of the territory. Now black should just go out, jump out and escape. Going down is dangerous because white can surround the group, and in this case it may be a bit more difficult to live inside. 1 eye only, like this. Blocking here it's small actually, because the way out for black is to go G16. So surrounding would be the right move. If black turns once, white can block, and black still doesn't have enough room for twice. So this was a nice move. I mean, a gentle, a kind way to let your opponent escape. This is another big point. Very good. That's the last large point for black. This invasion, it's a bit questionable. Normally, it's good enough for white to think about shoulder hit and attach in order to keep the left side low and build something in the middle. Also, you can think about moves like tsuke. On this kind of, but the point is to reduce from the center. On this kind of move, usually black will pull back with a nobi like this or like this, and then either nobi or jump. And this kind of reducing is good enough already, because black is still limited on the third and second line. And now jump in the middle to separate the top. Also, if black plays some hane, for example this one, white can think about a hane to separate those stones. Now on the Atari, white can sacrifice, and this way it's a trade. So white kills c7 on a pretty large scale by giving up the Punuki. There's another way here. When black plays Atari, white goes up, black resists, keeping everything connected on the left side. But like this, white gets stronger in the middle, and again it's easy to attack the top, like peep, and come out between the groups. So playing the attach would be nice in this case. It can be confusing for black. Also shoulder hit and attach again. So this kind of invasion, it's not so great in this particular case. Black tried to resist. For black it's good enough to play the attach on top and then wedge, because white has to come back eventually and protect like this. So black keeps center and then could turn in the middle once, then one space jump here, or maybe expand the bottom area a little bit. This shows some fighting spirit, but actually if black wants to keep white separated, the Kosumitsuke is the option. So when white goes up, black can try to surround everything, and if white jumps to d2, there's a clamp, and now can connect under or separate like this. Maybe white confused the invasion here at b12 with the situation when black stone it's up once. Then it's a little bit different. Now black can play here, white jumps, black can block, and white tries to leave under or just makes a Ponuki in the center. This kind of follow-up, oops, that's a misclick. It's playable against the high extension at d10. Against the low extension, you don't play b12, but other moves like shoulder hit, tsuke, and the moves that come from above. For example, just this, and then separate the top. Okay, let's move on. So white jumps out, and the game gets more interesting here. Actually, the way to go out would be Kosumi, to escape to the center faster. And now black should also pay attention and keep the top connected. One space jump is really bad though. This move is also good for I shape and escape. That's a strange extension. Black should play just one space jump here. Going all the way like this, white can cover once, very good, and then play away. This peep is nice because white can capture the left side. In fact, if white blocks and black cuts, white goes Atari and connects. And now this group on the left side is difficult to escape with it. Also in the top, black has to connect, so black needs a move like this. So here white missed the chance to finish the game early. So black can connect to the left. Now white kills the top, that's also big. It's actually better to go to the right, because when black cuts here, white connects this way. When black plays something like this, white connects here. So the top stones are surrounded anyway. And there are extra points in that area. This is at least 1 point less, maybe even 2, because black can play this exchange. Okay, now white has to save the group on the left. The group on the right is still okay. Should come out here somehow with a peep and then jump in the center. Either connect to the right group or separate the group on the left. This group is fine. Still. Because white can always play a net and capture the 2 stones in order to keep eye shape in that area. So now it's a bit dangerous for the group on the left. It's about time to play something here and try to save it. Black doesn't need to play a move on the right now, and if he wants to protect, should be Q14. But yeah, it's better to play something to keep the left side surrounded, like this. So if white plays here, threatening to catch those guys, black can protect, threatening a cut as well, and then connect under. And also black can capture S9 anytime. Or even if black gives up some stones here, it's still bigger to kill the left side, because this is a lot of surrounding territory, not just the 4 stones. So this trade would be okay for black. Now the way to defend is actually to go up once. So when white pushes, black can build a few extra points here. Okay, probably safer like that. So now white is looking for a way out. Black should hane. When cross cut, no B. When bump, just connect. On the push, Atari. Atari again, and connect. So black captures, white captures the F7 stone, while black kills the 4 stones on the left side. Now white can connect his groups, which is good. So this maneuver worked pretty well. And instead of getting ahead, white should hane and go for the left side. Because this way it's not just escaping, but killing some stones too. Yeah, this sequence is pretty much forced. The empty triangle is not a great idea in this case. Well, first of all, white can play a move like this to connect his stones and threatening to cut and capture the left side. So black is supposed to answer. And then the way to defend on the bottom is H2. Because now when black plays a bump, white can pull back. White doesn't play the block to allow Atari and Atari. Just pull back, and now black stones are still on the run. So he needs to go out this way, but then attach and try to catch them. So the Tesuji here, it's H2. If Atari connect, then when black goes down, white cuts. If black connects, white connects also. Let's see here. Connect. Connect under is big. Black needs to bump, and then white has time to connect to the right. Or still play this move first. If black plays J6 and cuts, now white has Atari and hane and captures everything. So this is not great for black. Nothing to worry about. I mean, on this move, black still needs to connect his stones, and then white has time to protect too. But playing here first, it's important. And then protecting the center. So like this, white also keeps the bottom side. So this was one of the highlights of the game, where white extracts the group on the left side, but now black builds a lot on the bottom, capturing the K3, and he wasn't supposed to take that. Instead of blocking there, black should really keep these stones connected. Well, I know he's in trouble in the center, but I guess it's hard to kill that group anyway, because of the AG in this area. Like, cut came at the waist, then here, and now when white captures one stone, black has double Atari to connect this way. If white connects the other way, black can just connect and capture back the stones on the left side. So black groups are safe. Playing here allows the separation on the left side. White doesn't have to play the wedge. Just separate like this. And now this is painful because black has to push, block, push again in the corner, and eventually come back and leave with this kind of move. Or go down. So white could counter-attack. Well, playing the wedge on the Atari, white should connect because it creates some cutting points. Playing a move like this is minus. You're playing inside your own territory. And in fact, there's nothing happening if white doesn't play that move. I mean, when white plays here, if black plays the wedge, white has a double Atari, black needs to connect, and then when white pushes like this, or turns, the group on the left side dies. So now black can only make one eye. Therefore, it's no need to fight too much for the J14 area. And here, playing like this, black can capture the stone here anytime, but it's not going to be centered, so yeah, saving these guys. But well, now white is already connected to the left side, so capturing two more stones is not so important. It's still better to go here. If black plays like this, you can ignore once again and kill the left, because in the end black just captures one stone. Yeah, finally black connected. White is trying to reduce this area a little bit, which is good. Well, in this case, should connect first. It's not a problem if black pushes and cuts, because black will die faster. White is fine on the left side, lots of liberties, and now the group on the bottom will die. So this means black needs to play moves like this in order to stay alive on the bottom. And let's see how's the situation in the center. So if black pushes here and cuts, white has Atari, push again, and then catch the other stones. So white has a backup plan to survive in the middle. Even if he gets separated, he can capture these guys. So this would be a big win for white. The double up was a little bit submissive or chicken style defense. Now white lost a lot on the bottom area, so the game got closer. This move is not really threatening a cut, because black can capture a stone. So right now white should play Hane and connect in center, and then cover here the push it center for black at b3. Yeah, that was big, because it's also threatening the group on the left slightly. Oh, trying to cut like that, black is just hurting his left side group. Black should Hane on the first line, sorry, in center. So that's a mutual center move for white or black around g1, h1. Playing like this, black is going to hurt himself on the left. It's actually difficult to kill because black has the d10 move. So white was wondering about this kind of move. But if black connects, white links under, and the problem is here in the middle, threatening the cut like this, and then push out. So black is fine. In this case, white can only play something in the center or connect first. Then Atari this. Ah, black is not alive completely. This can be a problem for black. And playing here, if white pushes, black can leave with half group and loses the tail. But white can try this kind of move, then this one, then Hane, then connect. But in this case it's Seki. So now black is alive. So the best way to make profit here is to play d8 and then push. Then push again. If black connects, everything dies. If black goes down, just separate and kill 3 stones. Now already white will win by more. Yeah, this is important because black can push or turn and then push through. Well, black was supposed to play another move here to stay alive. Ah no, he's fine. Ah, actually it's still dangerous. Yeah, black needs this move or this one. So monkey jump. Usually the monkey jump you gotta block by playing b17. And when black comes back, block the corner. Black plays here or this one. Then connecting the corner. If black cuts, white has Atari from behind, Atari again and kill everything. So this is the move, no need to sacrifice in this case. And if black just jumps, Atari and then connect either solid or hanging connection. But after blocking once, or like this, white should hit the vital point. And create the Seki in center. Then leave the position like this. In fact, it doesn't even need to play a4. Now if black tries to leave by playing this move, for example, white simply removes the eye from the outside and the group is dead. Playing this move, white is losing points. And this also allows a ko in the corner. It's like playing the clamp or the Tesuji, the Kosumitsuki on top. And now instead of playing Atari from the outside and connect, white is playing a move inside and gives up a stone, a point for free, and then Atari. But this can get ugly. So white connected, black connected, white connected. Well, this Atari is good to be kept in reserve as a code threat. Well, like this, black leaves bigger, so it's better to play the move to destroy the eye and then black plays another move inside. So this life is smaller for black. This Atari is good. Now some small endgame moves. Yeah, the cut is about 6 points here. So white should play Han and connect in center first, and then save the 2 stones. Because around here, even if black plays first, white makes pretty much the same territory. Yeah, it's more valuable to play on the sides, on the edges. Finally, the big center move. And now only small moves left. I should connect here, especially now that it's center. Black has to come back and protect on neutral points. Connecting here is too small right now. Sorry, it's a ko. No, it's fine. It's a ko on the entire group. Okay. It's actually bigger to go down to T18, even if black plays this Atari. That's center. Black should play the honey in the corner in center and then wedge. So Atari and connect here too. Push like this once, then threaten the Atari this way. And now reduce some more points here. Also this move is sent. So like this, it's not clear who's going to win the game. So this way white makes more points, 2 more points. I mean saving this and this. Yeah, no honey in the corner. This way white can go down and builds 1, 2, 3, 4 points here. And then next white can push in center 1 point. So it's very big. And the block black just played its 1 point in Gote. Black should still play the Hane. And here, when playing the Hane, black should throw in, then Atari from the outside and capture the stone. So Hane can be punished, white should go down. And then if black blocks, it's just 1 point, so white can play away. Black shouldn't play Atari from the outside. Black could destroy 2 more points there. And now it's done. There's another point here to reduce, to force the eye, so eventually black has to play inside. So like that, white could win by 2.5 points. Anyway, exciting game this time, especially the fight on the left side. But it seems white could win by more. And it's important to remember not to give up stones like this on the bottom when it's possible to resist in the fight. So it just requires more reading or more accurate reading in local fights. Enjoy the review.